What is going on, everybody? Logan here for a new video. Now today what I'm going to be showing y'all is just how easy it is to change your springs on your cars. This over here is my, well, I have my lowering springs on this, but I just bought some brand new strain struts from Late Model Restoration. I also got a pair of GT500 strut mounts, but this over here is this, I did yesterday. That's the completed strut. That is my old strut right there. As you can see, it's still compressed. It was just completely shot, but it's extremely easy. I mean, for me, I was a little bit intimidated, the thought of changing the struts or the springs over, just because you have to go get a spring compressor, put it all together, compress the springs. But it's really easy and save yourself a little bit of money. You don't have to take it to a suspension shop to get your springs changed over or whatnot. Just do it yourself. Okay, now what I did is I went ahead and rented this right here. Well, pretty much you buy it and then, well, it costs like 50 bucks over there at AutoZone, but you buy it and then after you're done, you just take it back and return it, get your 50 bucks back. You're gonna wanna go ahead, take these two things out right here, and you're gonna wanna put one right over here on one side of the spring. You're gonna wanna put the other one right over here. Okay, now when you're looking at the spring compressor, they're gonna have these pins. These pins right here just lock onto the side of the spring just to keep it locked in place. Push those out, put it on right here, push those springs in, and then just tighten this up to just get it to stay in its place. Okay, so this right here is one side on. You're going to want to go ahead and repeat the process with the exact opposite side right over here. And now I have both spring compressors on. Now me, I am going to use an impact gun. I know that some people say don't use them, but as long as you go slow and don't, just hammer down one side, you'll be good. Just go slow, slow and steady, you'll be all right. And just like that, your spring is compressed. So now that I have my spring compressed, I can go ahead and take out the top nut that's holding this entire thing together. Now since that top nut's off, you can go ahead, take this part off, which this stock strut mount is so weak. It's insane. I mean, compare this right here, compare that to the GT500 strut mount. It's a night and day difference. So this will help me out a lot more. It'll quiet things down, quiet those creaks and everything when I go over bumps, and it'll actually improve your steering as well. It's kind of cool because these right here are actual GT500 OEM parts. So good little upgrade. And it's almost the same price getting this versus getting a replacement for this, so it's a no-brainer. Get this right here. Okay, so when you handle the spring that is compressed, be careful with it. Last thing you want is this thing, something messing up and this becoming decompressed. That could be dangerous. So just be careful. Transferring over to the new strut, which this strain strut is a night and day difference. It weighs so much more than the stock strut. This is adjustable, and I mean, hey, I just have no complaints. But how you can even use these GT500 mounts on the 11 to 14 Mustangs is you have to pick up a 2005 2010 strut. These right here fit the 11 to 14s no problem, but the one difference is this right here. Look how this looks versus this over here. If you try to put one of these right here on, it's not going to go on all the way. Versus this one over here, goes all the way down. Okay, so first you want to go ahead, take the spring off, set that to the side, and you're going to want to go ahead and reuse your boot and this little rubber stopper right here. Go ahead and transfer these on over to the new strut. Make sure it seats itself right, and I'll show y'all in a second what I mean when I say that. And I know it's still dirty, I tried to wipe off some of that dirt, but when I say make sure it's seated correctly, that's what I mean right there. Making sure it comes right up to the corner. Let's see how bad this strut over here was. I know the other side was horrible, but yeah, this right here, I mean, pushing down, very, very easy. Not too much resistance. Let's let it go. No rebound at all. Well, it's there, just very, very slowly. Nothing compared to this one over here. You push that down, it's rebounding right away. And again, when you're putting your strut mount back on, you're gonna wanna go ahead and make sure it seats itself correctly, making sure that this corner of the spring fits right in there. After you do that, go ahead and tighten it back down. And then after you tighten the top nut, you're going to want to go ahead and just loosen both of these right here, same way you put them on. If you're using an impact, just nice and slow. But But just like that, my springs were changed. So it was actually really easy. I mean, honestly, each spring, if I wasn't having to change the camera and everything, would have taken me 5 minutes. So it's very easy as long as you have all your tools already set out. And just like that, you can have brand new struts with still your lowering springs or your decent springs you bought. And looking over here at the old struts, you can see how this strut right here is the one that was bad. This one's still extended. I mean, it's very slow, but this one over here has been pushed in since yesterday. And just like that, I'm done. So yeah, I paid $50 for this right here, but I'm gonna go ahead and return it tomorrow, get my money back. But one thing that made this job so much easier is this right here, this Hilti impact tool. Very, very useful. If you haven't heard of Hilti, they're actually a really reliable tool company. This right here has given me no issues at all. It's very strong. I love this thing so far. But guys, I really do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and please subscribe. And as always, have a great day.